All right, guys, what's happening? Welcome back to another episode of We the People, where the people come for the truth. I think I got all this computer stuff down packed now. I got the sound card operating. Everything seems to be recording right. Let's see how it goes. So today I come at you guys with a couple little things here. I got a little stuff right down. So let's talk about how spoiled the press has become. Okay. Um, President Trump doesn't address the press in the morning press briefing yesterday. I think it was yesterday that he started freaking out. And it's got like 1.6 million views so far, according to vidIQ. And I mean, went viral. Where is Trump? Is Trump alive? What? You guys never asked that question when Joe Biden was in office. I listened to the things that they talk about and that they complain about, but never one time did the press or the Democrats bring this up during Joe Biden's administration. Eggs, groceries, prices, jobs, uh, fudging of job growth. We actually had job loss, telling us the economy was good. None of these things were ever addressed by the press, and not to mention the most obvious thing of all, that Joe Biden did not have control of his presidency. And the press covered it up and never said not once. But when President Trump goes and disappears to play golf for a day and not answer the press, well, they have a conniption fit and they start sending stuff out. Is Trump alive? And as all people that address this, right? Of all people that address this, I should have figured out how to minimize that first. Um, it's Fox News. Unbelievable. Fox News. So let's check this out and see what Fox News has to say here real quick. Oh, my bad. Okay, let's do this here and go. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it sounds like Fox News was having a conniption fit. It sounded just like a conniption fit. Is it me, or is that what Fox News did? Because it sounded to me like Fox News had a conniption fit, and I feel like I just lost my co-pilot information. Dang it! I don't know. I had to see, but I could pull it back up while I'm live. So anyway, uh, well, let me just say that President Trump's just fine playing golf. Uh, yes, the press has become spoiled. They need their little fix every day. They wasn't getting that at all during the Biden administration. I mean, we're lucky if we got 6 press interviews with him. and most of them came after we pitched a bitch, right? So let's be honest here. I mean, you know, the man wants to go play golf. It's Labor Day weekend. He works. He works more than any president has. So if he wants to go play golf, hey, so be it. You've earned it, sir. Go have a good time. Well, let's not get soft on China. So now let's move on to the next story, and the next story has to do with these mayors and these governors, right? These Democratic mayors and Democratic governors, and we got to address this issue, and we can't let up on it. And the reason why we can't let up on it is because it's deadly serious. I mean, it's people's lives. It's mostly black on black crime. Now, I mean, you have a lot of uh, robberies going on. You have a lot of murders going on, especially in Baltimore, Chicago. I haven't seen what happened in Baltimore so far, but I just thought it was unbelievable. We'll just say unbelievable the way that these governors and mayors don't want to take the help of the president, but technically they don't need the help of the president because they are. I don't like uh, how they say that they're the commander in chief of the National Guard, but they are technically. And I've read up on this. I've checked Copilot. I've fact checked it, and uh, I got one of the a government site up there, and they are the commander in chief of the state National Guard of their state, unless it becomes federalized, and then they lose control of their National Guard. So they are only part time. Yes, Westmore, you are a part time commander in chief. You are lower on the totem pole. If the executive branch steps in, which means one died, President Trump steps in and decides to take control of your Maryland National Guard, well, you're done, son. And you ain't got nothing you can do about it. Uh, Pritzker, J.V. Pritzker's fat ass. Yeah, he just I don't even put him on here. I don't like him. I don't like him at all. You're a billionaire and you're destroying that state. You should be ashamed of your fat ass. Every time you take a bite out of a pizza, you should feel ashamed of yourself. Now, Brandon Johnson, on the other hand, well, he's some other piece of work of art right there, you know? Emoji poo poo. Um, yeah, he just still to swear up and down how good Chicago is and how the murder rate's coming down. But then you get stuff like this right here, right? And this is the funny part. You not really funny. It's not funny at all, right? It's actually sad. Very, very sad, right? I mean, we have people dying on these streets, and they've been dying for years now, decades now. I mean, gang violence has been crazy in Chicago since the inception of it, you know, and it's breding in people over there, and people are not going to go quietly. And I don't know if Brandon Johnson is going to take like, yo, don't let them come here, or if he's just like a Democrat beefing with, I mean, I don't know, bro. That Chicago's so corrupt, we don't know. Allegedly, Chicago's so corrupt, we don't even know, right? I don't need to get sued by this meatball. You know what I mean? I'm white, so it's got to be a systemic. slur, systemically racist slur. That's what that would be if I didn't say allegedly. That was almost a poet and didn't know it. Bob Peter Atkins. It's like now. Anyway, let's get back to the story. So over the weekend, we've had 35 shot in Chicago, at least 5 dead. 35 people shot in Chicago as Mayor Brandon Johnson rejects help from the National Guard. Brandon Johnson don't go to Pritzker and be like, look, man, we need to get these National Guard in here. This crime is getting out of control. These people are killing each other left and right, and we ain't doing nothing about it. The media's watching. We got to do something. Pritzker, all right, let's do it then. But let's keep Trump out of it, right? None of that. None of that. You know why? You know why? Huh? You think you know why? Do you have an idea why? Leave me a comment down bottom if you think you know why. They don't do nothing about the crime. These Democrat cities are like incubators, bro. They're like they're experiments. They're like a big experiment. See what's happening from spot to spot, state to state, right? And they want to see what happens. You know, if they put us all in a melting pot, do we clash? And they get giggles out of it. You ever stood up above a ant, a whole bunch of ants with a magnifying glass when you was a kid and let the sun burn them? That's what it's like they do with us. Remember, never forget, I told you in the beginning, we're going. Goim. It means cattle. That's ancient Hebrew. Goim. They are of cattle. I would I would highly recommend that you read the 12 Learned Elders of Zion because even though it has to do with ancient, a secret society of Jewish men, right? That lived a certain way, believed that they did it a certain way, that their bloodlines would live on and stuff like that. And, they say it's conspiracy, and but it wasn't, allegedly. And if you read it, it will give you a framework of what's going on now. Like, we're herded 9 to 5. Ain't that what they say? 9 to 5. Then they changed it from 7 to 6. And it's still what 8 to 2:30 for school. So they make it to where we will be at work when our kids come home from school. So that way, what happens. And we'll take it from there. But anyway, let's check this out. That's serious, bro. Halfway through. And that's the important part is that no matter what, they need to help because they can't seem to get it to the levels that it needs to be. And now the question comes in, well, let's hear from let's reflect back on Governor Westmore, right? And what he had to say about the National Guard, right? And what oh, keep doing that. What was it he had to say? If we go back a little bit, right? Like right around in here. Stop right there. Stop right there. Now, I had up. Oh, dang it. I did it again, y'all. I did it again. I did it again. I'm sorry. Okay. Now, let's primary responsibility of the National Guard, right? Okay. So let's check this out. Let's check it out and Copilot, right? Now, the responsibilities under state control, right? Guard units assist with evacuations, distribute supplies, and help rebuild infrastructure during hurricanes, wildfires, floods, and other disasters, right? Civil unrest. When local law enforcement is overwhelmed, such as during protests, or riot, the governor can activate the guard to help maintain public order. Example: guard units were deployed during the various protest events to support crowd control and enforce curfew. Localized emergencies. These include power outages, water supply disruptions, or other infrastructure failures where the Guard provide logistical support, emergency services, or temporary shelter operations. All right, so why it matters. The state level control allows for rapid, flexible response tailored to the specific needs of the community. It also avoids the legal limitations that federal troops face under the Posse Comitatus Act. Posse Comitatus, which restricts their involvement in domestic law enforcement. If you're exploring this for your content, it's best. Wait. Okay, so now my next question is uh what did I ask you? Can they play a po what was it? Um oh, here we go. Let's ask it this. Can a president okay. Now, yes, the president can take control of the National Guard from the state governors, but only under specific legal and constitutional circumstances. Federalization of the National Guard, according to the USAMM's page, the president has the authority to federalize the National Guard, which shifts command from the state governor to the federal government. Once federalized, the Guard units fall under the same chain of command as active duty military forces, with the Secretary of Defense overseeing their operations. When can this happen? Federal control is typically invoked in these scenarios: wartime or overseas deployment, national emergencies that exceed state capacity. After 9/11, Guard Force were federalized to support homeland security, enforcement of federal law when local and state authorities cannot manage their situations. So 35 murders in the weekend I'm sorry, 35 shootings in Chicago, 5 dead. And the Labor Day weekend was only halfway over yet. So would that fall under uh they can't manage what's going on, the situation that's going on in their states by themselves? And President Trump, it seemed to me, came with a legitimate option of, look, give me a call and let's talk about it. Let's figure out what we can do to save your state, to protect your people, your constituents in your state, your constituents, the people that vote you in office. You're not even trying to protect them. You're lying about your police stats. You're conflating them. You're twisting them. You're calling somebody gets robbed and beat within an inch of their life with a pistol. You're not calling attempted murder. You're just calling it a accident, or I don't know. I can't remember what they said on the news it was called, but it's crazy. Like no, it's attempted murder, bro. What are you doing? Is this their way again to make us pay for voting for President Trump? So you just let all these lawless people out that are going to want to fist fight and shoot and hurt people, rape women, kill children. The Democrats have taken the lawless side of crime. They are protecting the criminals. They have lost control and the management of their state, and that is a fact. Now, guys, if you got anything out of this video, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. We the people, where the people come for the truth. Like, share, and subscribe, and share this with everyone, man, to get it out there in the algorithm. But the most important thing you can do is hit that like button. Thank you. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Yeah, I'm out.